check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We back with the final thoughts for Anthony Yarde and Sergey Kovalev. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Share the video is the best way to help the channel out. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Boxing gets you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lions in the camp. Today they weighed in. Yarde tipped the scales off at 173.9. Kovalev 174.6. So the title is on the line. They getting it in Russia and Kovalev hometown. I think that stadium holds like, I don't know. I think it said maybe either 11,000, 6,000, something. It's not that big of a venue, but they put a ton of money up. Yarde is bringing home 4.4 or $4 million, they say. Kovalev is, I don't know what he's bringing home. So I imagine he, the champ, he should be getting paid more than Anthony Yarde. But final thoughts, kind of how we see the weigh-in, how the fighters look. And I'll link the weigh-in link in the description. I'll link the prediction link in the description. They both be under, they both be labeled. But both look pretty good. Kovalev, if you look at him, you would think Anthony Yarde way more. That's body physique is different, you know, and it doesn't mean really much in the fight. Look at Andy Ruiz and look at Jeff Lacey and look at some of the other fighters, Andre Berto, Timothy Bradley couldn't crack an egg. So body physique really, it doesn't mean shit. But Kovalev looked pretty good. He looked lean, like he took the fight serious. And you want to come in closest to 175 or closest to the weight limit that you want, because you really don't want to drain yourself anymore. You got to. But I understand Anthony Yarde coming in at 173.9. Possibly they said they took his luggage away from him, I heard. Also, you know, there might be some funny games on the scale. Being in Russia, his hotel didn't have no hot water and didn't have no luggage. So why chance it? I agree with them coming in a little bit well below the 175-pound limit, you know, because of the bullshit they could be playing with the scales. And also just all the BS they play where you want to make sure you comfortably make it. You in his backyard and you training for a knockout. He young enough to recover from that. Anthony Yarde ain't had to make weight his whole life. He only had a handful of amateur fights and a handful of professional fights, but they both look pretty good. Kovalev looked good, like he took the fight serious in his hometown. Yarde, as usual, he looked good, and we got to fight for a title. I think the title fight comes on around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's 7:30 UK time tomorrow. So it's a little earlier than a lot of United Kingdom people expect their fights to be. Most of their fights are 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours later, 9:30, 10:30, like some of our cards in America. Now, if it's on the West Coast in America, you might be waiting till 1 in the morning. That's like 6 in the UK time. If it's Vegas, maybe a little bit of Texas time, but Vegas and Pacific time for sure. Vegas and LA and California, man, you be waiting all day. I hate when fights in Vegas. And then like Canelo and Triple G2, they fight card went by fast. They made us wait a whole hour for the main event. That's one of the most irritating, ignorant things I heard. But like I said, they both look good. I've been a lot of talking. I think this is the most anticipated fight of this month, more than Luke Campbell and Lomachenko, which I think that's going to be more competitive than people get credit for. Look out for that prediction video. I'm going to do some work on the Patreon. Join the Patreon. It's cheap boxing tier. Then I got another tier. Check it out. I'm going to do some exclusive boxing streams on there as well. So I'll be pushing the Patreon the next couple weeks to be putting some content on there. So you want to be a part of that. Real cheap, couple dollars. But it's a good fight. But it's going to prove to be Frank Warren a fucking idiot and Tunja Ajayi an idiot. Or are they going to prove to know what they're doing? Maybe Anthony Yarde is getting great work in the gym, because I know he was sparring over in America. You know, they was coming over here sparring low-key. And maybe Roger or Floyd Sr. or Jeff Mayweather was, you know, I think they gave Tunja Ajayi the stamp of approval, like, yeah, he ready. So I think they've done things in the gym that they figure that Anthony Yarde is ready and they got the stamp of approval from somebody else. But it's gonna be a lot of firsts for Yarde and Tunjay. If he get hurt, he get knocked down. These all things they should have been talking about, discussing. It should have been repetitive. They should have been doing a whole patch over your eye if you get cut. I don't know what they do, fake blood or whatever put over his eye. They should have been practicing that. They should have been practicing when you get knocked down, even if you don't think it is a knockdown, or if it's knocked down, you need to take the knee, look in the corner. All this shit I would have been rehearsing in the gym. Every scenario I could think of, if he hit you low, I've been rehearsing that in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I've been bringing big speakers. They do it in football all the time to simulate when they go to the Superdome, when they go into a loud arena. I bring the sound in. They got a lot of things to hurdle over before they even get in before, we get to talk about jabs and slipping and stuff. Like Tunjay and Jaye, he got to prove that he a good coach and he can handle the electricity and the energy in the building in the corner. So if he get knocked down, he can't get too high and he can't be too low. He got to be just right there, giving instructions, making sure y'all are here. And remember, he didn't have a huge amateur background, but if he able to pull it off, I think a lot of people are going to say he's the best trainer in the UK. The only trainer I really can think about that's really good over there, that's really, really elite, elite, is Shane McGuigan, and then the guy that trained Fury so far. He getting up there with Shane. But them two, and Tunjay Jaye can put himself right up there. It's a lot of hatred for Yarde because people don't think he's ready and stuff. So we'll see. I like his boxing game, man. He got a good check left hook. He got a good jab, fast. He do got a lot of muscle. When you young, he ain't just like Jeff Lacey where he coming behind that and he just bulldoze you. Yarde moves laterally, but for Kovalev, he looked good, But remember, 36 is 36, and he been having legal trouble. He got thrown off a plane. A woman made some accusations about him. They covered up, and he caught another flight. He had the whole thing in Big Bear where he allegedly, did some things to an Instagram model. Take it or leave it if you believe it. Also, and he fighting at home. And one of my subs said the last time he fought at home, he looked like crap. Same thing for Victor Postol. He fought in his home country before he fought Josh Taylor. And you would think Josh Taylor was going to boop, 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 give him a 2-piece and biscuit and a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. But, sometimes when you fight at home, it's a lot of distraction, tickets and women and family members and just, the stress of fighting at home. So it's a whole different animal. But Kovalev been here before, but according to one of my subs, he struggled fighting at home. So, really for Yarde, it's a lot of pressure on him, but really it's not. He ain't fighting at home. Everybody expect him to lose. But just look at the fight. Kovalev depends on how he come out. Is he going to come out guns blazing and just forget everything he learned from the Alvarez fight, the Alvarez rematch with Buddy McGurf? Because what happened in the first Alvarez fight, Kovalev blew his load. He punched himself out, and he thought he was going to knock out Alvarez, and Alvarez had that big old American bully head, and he took his punishment and punched himself out, and he didn't beat Alvarez to a pulp like he thought he did, and Alvarez showed that he was in great condition, and he gave it to Kovalev, and it was a wrap. So if Kovalev don't listen to his corner, everything go out the window, and he come out there and he try to punch himself out, and Anthony Yarde can survive, or he can punch in between Kovalev punches and counter him, then he gonna have a problem. So is Kovalev gonna come out there and box and try to pace himself, or is he gonna come out there, which is smart, or he gonna come out there smart, try to be aggressive, test Anthony Yarde early, and throw some hard shots, but then then start boxing and just start changing it up and keep the balance and see where it's at. I think it's important for Kovalev to come out hot. That's what I would. I would come out hot, but I also would just come out in spurts. I come out aggressive. With the Kovalev got a good stick, good 1-2, but he don't have no real good looping shots. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they won't hurt, but his left hook or overhand right hook ain't his money shot. So if he come out and press and Yarde really is the real deal, and he fighting behind the high guard, he do go to the high guard shoulder roll, and he slipped Kovalev and hit Kovalev shit, split up Kovalev shit open. Because the shot that you don't see coming, especially you got a guy like Kovalev that been down to Darnell Boone. He got dropped by Andre Ward, who Ward ain't a big puncher. You know what I'm saying? He got dropped by the old boy. I forget was it a Frenchman he got dropped by one of them HBO fights. So he been on the canvas. But he, if I was him, I'd come out aggressive. But I would also, I would do it in spurts. I say the first 30, 40 seconds, I come out there throwing bombs, and then I'll just start boxing. But that's what Buddy McGurf kind of saved him at, where you don't have to throw everything with knockout intentions. Just change the speed up and throw knockout shots, power punches here and there. And that's how he was able to survive versus Alvarez. And also, he used a lot of those black principles. Is the reason he like the black coaches. He able to box and keep on the outside. If I'm Yarde, I'm looking to get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to get on the inside. Because if you let Kovalev keep at the end of his punches, he can eat you up all night. But if you're able to get inside that wrist, and get into that body, it's gonna be interesting. So he got to find a way to get inside Kovalev reach. And he able to get on the inside, he'll maul Kovalev to death with his body shots. I'll be working on holding the arm, beating him to the body. But he got to get past those straight punches. And with Anthony Yarde, that check left hook gonna be important. And that left hook right hand gonna be important for him too. But if he gonna box from the outside, so it's gonna be an interesting fight, man. Check my prediction videos in the description, man. I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a fight of ranges. If Kovalev able to sit on the outside and pick Yarde off all night, he probably gonna, if he did, we did for Alvarez, he have a good fight. But Alvarez's plan was to really box from the outside, really wait till Kovalev get tired and then turn it up. But Kovalev didn't blow his load out. Kovalev was smart. He didn't move too much. He didn't punch he didn't throw all his hard shots at once. I think Yarde looking at it, he'll be different. If I'm Yarde, I'm looking to set the pace. Really, I'm looking to put Kovalev on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting Kovalev on the back foot. I'm being aggressive. He come out there and try to box early on because he probably do got faster hands and he a better athlete. But Kovalev ain't no slouch with the speed. Be interesting to see how Yarde come out. If I was him, maybe I would come out and box to feel his power. Only they know if he don't have a chin or he get hurt. I would probably box, but ultimately, if he outboxed Kovalev, I would be 1,000% surprised. But they probably believe that. But obviously, I would really tell him to go into the high guard, and I would tell him to kind of use lateral movement, use your shoulder roll a little bit, use some movement, see what he brings to the table, feel his power out. And then, I would just go in court and I would just use Kovalev aggressiveness against him early on. Just pick him off, try to slip his punches, feel his power on his shoulders. And I'll try to counter and punch in between his punches. And then I say, if he hitting hard or whatever, but I really think Yarde should just take it to Kovalev at one point in the fight, 3, 4, 5 rounds in, to the body, work the body, and push Kovalev on the back foot and use his physical strength and grind Kovalev down. There's no decision here for Yarde. It just has to be decapitation. But either Frank Warren gonna look like a smart man and Tunji Eli gonna look like a smart man, or they gonna go back to the UK with egg on their face, like Tyson Fury say. If Yarde don't win this fight, he basically he gonna have to retire. There's no recovering from this. But it depends on how you win and lose. What if he win and where he lose and it's controversial? So we seen that happen in the UK with Froch and Groves won. Controversial stoppage. So they hopefully they rehearsed everything they need to rehearse. They need to cover every stone. Yarde, but I'm picking Anthony Yarde. I think I said the 7th, 8th round knockout. Check the prediction video out. That link in the description. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. If you want a question, add me at Twitter, or you got a video request, DM me, Twitter, or email. Email's the quickest way if it's important. Other than that, man, just keep sharing the videos, man, and check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Goodfellow1Boxing is that promo code. All that information is in the description. Intro instrumental link there as well. Let me know who you guys think who gonna win in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the fighters physically at the weigh-in as well too. One time for the one time. Goodfellow Sports TV, we gone.